Hi Pisces, this is Paulette from Water Cherry Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your Who's Watching You reading. I want to thank those that subscribed and helped me reach a little bit over 100. You guys have been very supportive and very loving. I really appreciate it so much, guys. So because of that, I decided to do a free Who's Watching video. So before I get into it, there are going to be some links in the comments of all the things that I use for my tools, and just letting you know, if you know people who like to do adult coloring books, I actually created my own tarot coloring book. So if you would like to purchase that for somebody that you know that likes to do this kind of stuff, you can go ahead and go into the links and check it out and see where you can buy it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and spray some intuition mist spray just so we can get a good direct message for a lot of you guys. I know it may not resonate for everybody, but I'm going to try to see if we can get the majority come in. So I'm just kind of moving it around. And this is also a healing mist as well, not just for intuition, but anything that needs to come in that needs to be healing for it to come through in the reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into your message, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle, and let's see what comes out for you. So Spirit, please tell me, give me information about the person who is watching Pisces at this moment. The person who's been keeping their eyes on them. Now remember, this could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a lover. Anything could come up as far as friends, families, co-workers, a boss. It could be anybody. But as I describe the person, I'm sure you will pick up on who this person is to you. And if it does resonate, please let me know. Give me some information about, who's been watching you as of late. So I'm going to do one more shuffle, and then we're going to go ahead and spread it out. All right, Spirit, give me some information on the person who is watching Pisces right now. Okay. Oh, okay. Came out pretty quick. Ooh, wow. Okay. So you got two that came out in reverse and two that came out upright. All right, so let's see. So it is somebody that is very unhappy right now on their own. So usually this card is the Nine of Cups, somebody who is very indulgent. Not even just indulgent, but somebody who is self-satisfied on their own. They bring their own happiness in their own ways, whether it's through eating, shopping, taking care of themselves. Sometimes they can overdo it just a tiny bit, but they do bring their own happiness, but it's upside down. So this is a person who is very unhappy. I'm not sure if it's with you or just in general. They're just not happy, and no matter what they do for themselves, it's just they're not satisfied, and so they can't find anything to give them that happiness that they're looking for on their own. Okay, and so the next card that came out upside down as well is, what is this? The Page of Wands. So this is a person that is not speaking to you right now either. So if you have a family, friend, a co-worker, ex-lover or lover or spouse, a boss, that that's very dissatisfied right now, very not upset, but just not happy. They are not talking to you right now because the pages have to do with messages. And usually, like, if you turn the Page of Wands around, it's a person who communicates with you and tells you messages about passion or creativity, great ideas, about moving forward. But this person is the opposite of that. They're not telling you anything. They're not expressing to you their passions. They're not expressing to you their ideas or whatever they're trying to do or movement forward. And it's because right now they're going through their own moment of dissatisfaction. And it's a person who has gone through a loss. Okay, so they are going through the Five of Cups. Yeah, so something has happened to them where they went through a disappointment. Something didn't work out in their favor. And so they're very disappointed, sad, depressed. They're focused on this thing that just fell out for them. And because I am seeing a lot of cups here, I'm wondering if it has to do with love. I'm just going to keep putting down cards because I don't want to say yet and turn this into a love message, because it may not be. But it's just somebody that is really upset about how things have gone, and they just on their own, because of what they're focusing on things not going their way, and feeling so hurt and disappointed and sad. There's nothing they can do right now because they're so focused on these empty cups that they can't make themselves happy. They can't find things that satisfy them no matter how hard they try, because they're just so focused on the empty cups. And right here behind them, they will have an opportunity to get out of this, but right now they have to go through that stage of sadness, a stage of loss. Everybody goes through this process. Once they get through it and accept it, they'll get happy again. They'll find those cups again. And you know what I was just thinking right now? I don't think anybody has ever mentioned this, but I just noticed this right now. You know how in that the other card that has the two people with the two of cups, and they're giving the cups to each other? I just noticed right now that once this person is just done going through the cups that they had here that are empty, once they turn around and realize that they have a cup for themselves, there's another person there to give them a cup as well. They're going to be switching cups with each other. So, I mean, this does always have to be like a relationship, but it could just be, support, people they love, friends, families, anybody. But somebody will be there standing behind them, trying to offer them love, but right now they're not seeing it. But this is their cup. It belongs to them. Okay, so when they're ready, they'll be able to pick it up, and then there'll be somebody here to support and give them the same. But right now they're just looking at the darkness, looking at things that are just not going well for them. Okay. And right now, look at, they got the moon. So they're in a place where there was stuff that was probably hidden. But this card has to do with you. You are a Pisces, and so usually this card either represents a Pisces or sometimes a Cancer, but it has to do with things that they did not know, or things that are hidden, things that they didn't realize or didn't see. The moon card doesn't show us everything that we need to know. It's very murky what's out there. So there's some sort of disappointment in the things that were hidden for them. So I'm just wondering if I keep flipping cards, I'm just wondering if later on something shows up where things were illuminated to them, or they got clarity of what was hidden and brought them to this place of dissatisfaction and stress and depression and loneliness and loss. But right now, it's just a person who's not talking to you. So if this person is watching you clearly, something happened between the both of you that brought them into this place. So let's go ahead and keep moving and see what else we can find out about this person. Spirit, give me more information about who's watching. Wow, that came out. So you got the Four of Pentacles. Is a person who's not wanting to give out anything at all. They're protecting their heart right now. They are not wanting to either give of their finances because, again, there's loss. And so this card represents somebody who's holding on to the little bit of finances that they got. And so that's why they hold on tight, because right now things are not going well for them financially. And so the little bit that they have to hold on to that. And if it's not finances, and this is like, say for instance, this person has a relationship with you, and this is like an emotional relationship, they're withholding from giving you anything right now. They're holding on to the little bit of what's going on with them, and they don't want to give to you. They're already not expressing to you. They're not talking to you. They're not telling you what's going on with them. They're, dissatisfied, going through, this loss. And, you know, there's just some stuff that this could also be about fear, but things that just, you know, are hidden to them, but they're withholding everything. They're just not giving anything out right now. They're not ready to do that. So if you're like, know who this person is already, if, you know, probably in the beginning stages, they may not give to you at all. In any kind of way, because they're just going through their hurt right now. And if it has to do with you, yeah, don't expect much from them right now. Okay, what else, Spirit? Can you give me a little bit more? Okay. Yeah. I think that you guys got into a disagreement. It was a heated disagreement there. You got the Five of Swords. So something happened between you and them where you guys got into a conflict. The conflict was pretty bad that it just got to the point where both of you walked away from each other. Neither of you acknowledged what each other was saying. Neither you accepted what each other was saying. And there was no compromise at all whatsoever. So both of you just, you guys either verbally got into it or other things happened between the both of you that put you both in a place where you both drifted apart from one another because of the situation. Okay, so let's see what else we're going to get. 2 more cards, okay? So I think this is a love reading, okay? Usually I try not to jump into those, especially for the who's watching you, because it could be anybody. It could be a neighbor, a friend, or whoever, but you just ended up getting the 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is somebody that really cared about you a lot. They shared love with you. They felt like you were their soulmate. They wanted that equal love between each other. You know, I think at one point you guys were given to one another. And you guys saw eye to eye. You guys felt like, you know, the love that you guys had was unique. You know, it was something that both of you can mesh well with each other, but something transpired where it messed things up for them. And so I have a feeling that you might have, like, just the same way they walked away from the issue that you both had, you walked away as well. And so it left them in a place of depression and sadness and loss. Okay, so here's the 7 of Swords. Okay, somebody wasn't doing the right thing. And here's the Moon card. Remember, something was hidden. I told you it was going to come out. Either you or them decided to be deceitful. Something was hidden in this situation. Someone was lying. Someone was keeping things hidden. And they thought it wasn't going to come out to light. And look at, they decided to go ahead and go in the dark and do their mess. Here's the Knight again. Do everything in the night and, you know, try to cover up their mess, either you or them. Try to be deceitful, and either there could be lies, deceit, betrayal. There could have been theft in some ways. And it had to do with, I'm wondering if this is finances, because this keeps coming up as well. Because look at, this person is no longer given to you financially, like I said. They're holding on to the little bit that they have. And this was a situation where it was an equal give and take. But I'm just wondering if it's not financial and if it's a love situation. I'm just wondering if they stole, as far as like, you know, if there was this person who was lying. I'm just wondering if they're the ones that took more and you kept giving, and it got to a place where you couldn't deal with this anymore because you're constantly giving to this person. You got tired of it. So it was supposed to be an equal give and take, but it turned out that one was giving more than the other. Somebody was just, you know, thought that they can continue to be sneaky about the situation, and, you know, acted like they were going to continue, like they were going to try to give, and they didn't. But if it had to do with finances, and this is like a family friend, co-worker, a boss, your job, or It could be a lover or a spouse. Something happened here where somebody cheated in this situation. It hurts. It hurt them. The person who's watching you, it hurt them, and it left them in a place of sadness because things were hidden to them, and eventually they found out that the person that they thought was a soulmate was actually sneaking away and doing other things, and what they thought was an equal give and take was not. And so now they're withholding. Now, if they were the sneaky bastard and they're withholding from you, giving to you equally the way they're supposed to, and they're out doing their junk, it turned out that you decided, like, you know what, I'm going to confront this. This ain't right. And it turned that, both of you walked away from each other. You said your truth, and it was a very hard truth. And it left them in the place of loss. And they probably thought that you're going to keep putting up with it and keeps dealing with them in this kind of way. And no, that's not how it rolls here. That's not the way it should be. Like, they should be treating you with respect. But yeah, it could go either way. But either way, this person is watching you. If this resonates with you and you kind of have an idea what this is, this person is still watching you right now at this moment. But yeah, this is the situation right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do one cat oracle, and then I'm going to do the chakra deck for them. So let's see what else comes up for them. Let's go ahead and shuffle real quick. All right, here we go. Spirit, give me the right oracle for this person. Give me something that could be more in depth about this person, please. Okay, last one. It says winter, the delicate feeling of the night. Remember, I told you everything was being done in darkness. And here it is again. They're going through stages, like right now, like I said. Winter is usually described like as a cold season. Darkness usually comes in quicker because of the time change. But this is a person that they're getting to the place because of what has happened, and they're going through their time of loss. Usually when people go through this process of hurt, they become cold. Okay? But if they're the ones that were being sneaky and doing everything in the dark, they're staying in that darkness for a while. Okay? So I don't know. They're going through it right now. Whatever they did, they really are paying their karma for this situation. And so, if because of their silence, you don't really know what they're thinking or feeling or what's going on with them, you best believe that if they did do this to you, they're regretting every single inch of this. And so when this says the delicate feeling of the night, what it makes me think as well is that the night is good at helping us feel brave. That's why people do everything in the dark at night, because it just somehow closes us. Like it cloaks us, like it puts a blanket around us and makes us feel comfortable to do things that we normally wouldn't do. during the day, things that we wouldn't do in front of other people. That's why, people sneak away, because the night makes you feel that comfortable. It's that delicate and sweet. It's like, it reminds me like of the devil card. Like it seems that the whole situation with the devil card, I think I read a story about it. It has to do with one of the gods from the underworld was trying to entice one of the other goddesses, and the way he did it was in a way where he made it sound so sweet and so nice to come be with him and be in the underworld. But she kind of knew what was going on, but she ended up taking the situation anyway. And what happened was that she got down there with him, and now she's bound to that devil energy. And so I just feel like all of this stuff here, the nighttime just has this way of luring you in. Temptation has a way of luring you in, but then once it gets you there, it traps you in that situation, and then later on you regret it. Okay. So let me see what their chakra card comes out as. And then after that, I'm just going to do just one card for you. And it's just like a little card of encouragement. Something that you probably need to hear from spirit, but that may not even have to do with this. It could just be something that, you just personally need to hear. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's see. Spirit, give me this person's chakra card, please. One more. Ooh, there it is. Okay, makes a lot of sense. They got rejection card. Okay, so whatever came out here, it didn't go well, and they're feeling this loss. It's tied to rejection. So if it was one of those situations where they did do you dirty in that kind of way, and you decided not to put up with that nonsense, and both of you went at it, but at the same time both of you decided to leave empty-handed and not work this out, they took it so hard and they felt rejected by you. Okay, so this is where they're at. Okay, they're going through it, and you're gonna have to let them. Don't even reach out to them, nothing. Don't feel bad for them in any kind of way, because when people do things that are deceitful, and then later on they feel bad for it, let them go through it, because they got to learn how to respect people, how not to play with people's hearts, not to drag people in situations that that's gonna sabotage the situation. And if they lost you and you are a good person and you done everything that you could, then they really need to go through this so they can learn their lesson. So that's all I have for you, Pisces. If this made sense to you, please let me know, like and subscribe. And I want to say thank you to all of you who showed me all the love and support. I appreciate it so much. And if this didn't resonate, just go ahead and watch your other signs, okay, in your chart, and hopefully that might help you. But this is all I have for you. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye.